Like, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first podcast. Our first full-on podcast. Sorry we haven't posted in a while. There is a reason why we haven't, so we will go through some bits within this video. We won't make it very long. It's going to be lively and short today, but essentially we have basically started our own podcast.
And it's in the back of a limo.
Oh yes.
It's not even rented.
We've not yeah.
We bought a limo.
We bought a limo. Not rented a limo to some of you fucking gurus out there. I just swore. I was probably going to ban
bun it.
But yeah, so the last couple of weeks, no, it's probably longer than that.
To be fair, it's a couple of months been difficult, and they work-wise, that's why we've not posted much. It's not been a great. It's been a bit awkward. You know what the country's like. It's a bit of a mess. There's a mess everywhere at the moment. Everyone's struggling, including ourselves. Suppliers have been difficult to get hold of. So work-wise has been up and down, and we just thought we want to do other things. We wanted to do a podcast for a while, but we were too busy before, and all of a sudden now that we don't do anything for money, we got time. So
basically what the situation is, we work our arses off and we don't get rewarded. So we bought a limo to basically let some steam off. Does that make sense? It couldn't be the better environment, really. And everyone keeps telling us you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, but then we're like, oh, we don't know. So we just had to plan something, and I don't know, one of us one day said something.
I actually can't. I think it came across because I was looking at cars on eBay, and it's because car situation's terrible. But I was running out of cars, and none of the cars are working. So we were and I think it just came up as like a suggested, as like a look at you know when you get those random things on eBay, they come up and they pop up and they're like, oh, something you might be interested in.
True.
Why a limo came up, I've got no idea. But I think it was just one of us was just like, do you know how funny that would be doing the podcast? Because you kept saying that a podcast has to be unique. Everyone's got uniqueness.
Oh, that's it. I said, because I actually set it up in my house, the table, but everyone does even office a table. So I thought, what can be different?
Oh, because you said about doing it in the back of our cars.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Oh,
then that came up on eBay, and we're like, God, imagine doing it in the back of a limo.
Yeah. So
and now we've got a limo.
After struggling, putting pennies together, figuring out what we do, we have managed to buy a full-on stretch limousine. We have done a couple of videos previous to this, so we will show you what the limousine looks like.
Yeah.
We'll add some bits into this video.
We bought a limo. And doesn't it look fancy? Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello.
Look at her. She's done already. Look, she's already happy. Look at the size of this.
Look at the star roof, I can't believe it.
It's a Rolls Royce.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But yes, essentially at the moment we have got a limousine and we are doing podcasts from it, and we don't know if we're going to yet hire it out. We've got some ideas just to use it for what it's basically for.
Yeah, there was a little bit more rather than just let's just go spunk all our money on a limo and do a podcast in the back of it and hope for the best. There was also some if what we want to do doesn't go really well, then we can do things in the side. But we're looking into that, so it's all good and fun. But it's more fun than painting cars and wheels, isn't it?
Exactly. So I welcome you to the podcast that has no name yet. We have a couple in mind, but we haven't decided what to choose from those names. So at some stage we will have a dashy name.
A dashy name?
I don't know, a dashing name, is that the way they put it? American.
We're going to have a dashing name.
And then we will be talking, basically, letting our stress out. So Kyle's the one that gets annoyed about the whole world.
I do.
Government, Facebook posts, people,
TikTok.
Customers, TikTok, more people, more customers, generally the world, money, mortgage. The list goes on. So he's the tougher one with some very strong opinions. So we will be doing some debates at some stage. We probably can do, we can do some live with some people. We do want to get some people on the podcast, some YouTubers, general people that just want to have basically chat about bollocks.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be invited? There you go. There's a podcast named Bollocks Chat. Who doesn't want to be invited to come and sit in the back of a limo, have a drink, and just talk about whatever you want to talk? I mean, I'm sorry, but that to me sounds fun.
Oh, that's a good point. The camera should be able to see this, but basically,
we've got loads of drink.
We've got loads of champagne, and we will be popping out the champagne in a minute. while we are on the podcast. So that is kind of our, I'd say, definitely our USP.
Absolutely.
Drinking while on the podcast.
Get drunk, podcast, massively opinionated, get cancelled, be famous.
So in a minute, I will be popping that open.
Good,
and,
because I'm waiting.
Yeah, and we'll do that. So, yeah.
We haven't really thought about it, have we? We just thought we'll just sort of go, see how we go. Yeah, you've got your book of like...
I bought a notebook of today's world, today's world's news, and obviously the first one in here is Trump.
Big old Trump has
big
made
old
it again.
Trump.
That video you showed me yesterday was mental. There was a video on TikTok. I mean, people have probably seen it, but it was shops have actively already boarded up the front of their shops in preparations for the riots of who's going to win the presidential election, which I think is fantastic.
You know, Trump has won, but technically hasn't won yet because they haven't added it all up.
When are they going to finish adding it up?
I have no idea. They did say it will take a long time.
Brilliant.
But he's already celebrating because he's basically taken almost...
Well, in his speech, he turned around and he said,
States.
I want to thank all of you, like public or civilians or what's not, for making me the 45th and 47th president. He's technically not won it yet. But...
Oh, yeah, he's 45th and he's 47th.
Yeah, I know.
You do know, but just to clarify here, anyone that's struggling out there, starting a business or whatever you want to do out there, just think Donald Trump has got 35, maybe 34 criminal convictions against him, by the way.
Did.
From anything, well, I don't even go into it yet, but yeah. And he's just been nominated
President of the United States
for the second time.
Yeah, that's...
So if anyone ever tells me now, or even ourselves, we need to take our own advice here.
Follow your dreams.
If they cannot do anything, or follow your dreams, because there's no frigging excuse anymore.
No, quite literally not.
So it's totally nuts. By the way, I'm not an opinionated. I'm not an opinionated person. You probably are. I don't have a side of who I wanted to win.
I think it's all fun.
I can't argue with anyone on the comments or whatever it's going to be from this video, but I do think Trump is probably the right person now, not before, but now.
Doesn't have an opinion, shares his opinion instantly.
However, he does have some crazy ideas, which I hope he doesn't go forward. I know he's a racist. Obviously, he's got other things planned to stop trade. Well, no, make trade more expensive, come into the US, which will destroy UK. However, that's bad. But if he's saying he's going to lower taxes, give people more money back into their pocket in the US, then fine, I'll let him off on that one.
That'd be quite nice.
So if he makes the US citizens happier, I guess that's pretty much why he's president. So,
yeah, everyone says everything to please everybody until they get there.
Oh, we know. Keir Starmer. Imagine that gets to him. Well, he says what he's going to do, but not one thing he said. He's done.
No, he's just a loser.
He's reversed everything.
See, the thing is I'm going to say this quite happily. I don't think I've ever voted. I think maybe I've voted once, and even if I voted once, I wouldn't know what the hell I voted for. And the reason I don't vote is because I don't see the bloody point. Honestly, I don't. And there'll be a lot of people, not now in the comments because nobody knows who we are, but there'll be a lot of people in the future that will sit there and go, "You're the reason that the country isn't nowhere." When there is a box there that says, "I think all of these people are hypocrites and absolute losers," I'll tick that box, and that's my vote. Because there is nobody that's, in my opinion, that has ever been in control, in charge, and they've actually followed through with everything they said they were going to do without making a colossal amount of fuck-ups along the way of everything that they shouldn't have done. And so in my eyes, I'm like, well, what's the point? I know whoever gets it next has got there because they've said everything they're going to do, and everyone goes, woohoo, that's fantastic. And then they get there and it never happens. So then what's the fucking point?
I voted once before, but yeah, I agree. At the moment, there's absolutely no point.
Please don't point that at me.
I'll make sure this doesn't blow up.
Yeah. Our nice limo is clean at the moment. We've literally only had this for a couple of days.
Actually.
What?
We ain't got any cloth in, have we?
No, what do you need a cloth for?
Imagine.
It would have been funny. I mean, it would have been the best clip for TikTok.
By the way, I've had to bring... So we've got Prosecco, but I've got Nosecco. What?
I can't believe you've picked it up.
Suitable for vegans. Really?
That's not something you would do. Now,
Yeah.
I want to point this out.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Oh,
I'm digging you a hole already. James sees anything on it that says vegan, and he's like, no.
Yeah, that's going to cause some spark into the comments because...
And ironically, we're drinking
I'm not
champagne.
going to lie, I don't like vegans or just oil. Well, is it just oil?
Just Stop Oil or Just Oil or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't like vegans or Just Stop Oil people.
We'd love to
God.
get one of them in the back of here, because right now we have a 4.6 litre American V8 that's just sat here running while we're in the back of this, otherwise the battery goes flat. So it's just sat here polluting the world as we drink our alcohol.
That's a good point, actually. If this goes off, by
Genius.
the way, it's because we've got under a quarter tank, but it's got 17.5 miles per gallon, so maybe it might be all right.
Well,
it will go dark in here, so
we
guys
can
won't
check,
see us.
because we can. I'll tell you what. Oh yeah. By the way, cheers to our new venture. Cheers to our new venture. Tastes like wank, but cheers to the new venture. Let's have a quick look. Hang on. We've got some buttons up here.
That's pretty shocking, actually.
I'm not going to do it now. I'll tell you what, James.
I'm driving, that's why I can't drink.
Yeah, James, have a look behind you. See what the miles per gallon's on. Or see if you... Oh, wait, no. You're not going to see it.
Yeah, 17.8.
Yeah, but what's the tank on?
I can't see that.
We'll know when it runs out.
Yeah, once it runs out, it will run out. But how cool is that, by the way?
Yes. Look at that.
This limo, by the way, is very similar to the one in Home Alone in the second one. You know, where he turns up to the toy store. So yeah, if you get an idea what it looks like, have a look online. That stretch limousine.
It's a Lincoln. I mean, it won't take you long to find it, to be fair, but it looks fantastic. It's got lights on the outside and all sorts.
It is really cool.
This is
like when we look for limos, we looked at shoddy ones, gearbox problems, everything. So okay, shout out to, oh god, what's the guy's name we bought this off?
You loser.
I don't know what his name is. Anyway, we bought this off a Scottish guy that owns like a hire company, and lady, by the way. If you're actually, they will be watching this.
It's a couple.
Yeah, I sent them the. I'm very sorry, I forgot your names, but I sent them the. TikTok.
I never knew them, so I can't technically be sorry.
And appreciate helping us out, by the way. So
yeah, massively, because they actually drove down part of the way, because it took us what 5 hours, didn't it?
So we were. How long we spent 4 hours driving?
I think it was a bit over 4 hours. I think I can't
3
remember.
hours 54 minutes.
Maybe it was. We left at 4 a.m, so
exactly.
it was pretty early. But they actually drove down, so they massively helped us. We met somewhere up north. It was near Liverpool, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we picked it up, brought it back, and it's awesome. It is an awesome piece of kit. I'm not going to lie. It's proper fun. But I mean, our intention isn't even to drive it at the moment.
We can't drive it yet because we need to get private hire insurance.
But we can sit in the back of it and get drunk.
Well, technically, we're not going to get drunk on this.
Not on this, but
then again, it is 0%. But really, is it 0%?
Well, I've got plenty of other stuff I can, so I'm fine. But if any of you are watching or you're interested, feel free, by all means, to pop in the comments something you'd like us to talk about. Because I like nothing more when I don't know about something. Those have been the best ones, and that was when we first came up with the idea of doing a podcast. Was because James would come in the morning. James doesn't religiously watch the news or anything silly like that, but he likes to know what's going on in the world. Whereas personally, I couldn't give a single shit. So because I know that most of it's negative. And so James would come up in the morning. We'd sit in the van ready to go to a job, and then he'd say something, and I'd just lose my temper. Like, I don't know what. And that was the idea of actually coming up with the podcast. So if any of you have got any ideas in there or something you're like, this might get your fancy, pop it in the comments. We'll have a look at it and we'll chat about it.
It could be anything, by the way. It could be really bad, really good, because this is what it's about. Chatting bollocks, getting it all out there.
Yep.
After a long, hard day. Not just for us. You guys at home might be watching in the evening, ready to put your, because we'll be on YouTube as well, ready to put your YouTube TV on and watch us talk shit.
And have a drink while you're doing it. Why not? That's another thing.
And you can join us. Yeah.
There you go. You can join us having a drink. You can even suggest drinks to get in.
Don't buy this stuff. No Echo. Have a proper drink at home. But but we have a selection of drinks, and eventually we get through them. Like we've got one here.
Black Cow vodka.
Black Cow. You can't say that in here.
You can.
You can't say black.
Why can't you say black?
They changed. You remember the song called Bar Black Sheep? It's Bar White Sheep now.
No, I thought it was Bar Rainbow Sheep.
No, that was even worse. That got stopped. It's now Bar White Sheep. So technically,
hang on.
We could
whoa.
Yeah,
no, hang on a minute.
Could. Like I said, the other day.
Hang on a minute. You can't get banned on a social media platform for talking about a product which has gone through all of its necessary legal entities. It's called Black Cow vodka.
Freedom of speech doesn't exist anymore. Ask Andrew Tate that.
Oh God, don't bring that man up, for God's sakes. You're not entirely wrong. However, it's called Black Cow vodka. Now, my other argument is, I thought the whole Bar Black Sheep shit, I thought, if it can't be called Bar Black Sheep, how the hell can it be called Bar White Sheep?
Because
what's the difference?
We've got to be careful how we say this on it. I'm very careful. You don't care.
No, because I'm being serious.
Yeah, but generally it's because the black community they get obviously more comments, I guess, and they're very against.
Is there a genuine reason behind it? Is it like, is Bar Black Sheep to be? Is it something to do with slavery? Is it something to do with? I don't know the background behind
It's
it.
just the skin color kind of community. They don't like how white people treat them. So, for instance, another one which is a bit of a bug for me is, remember the Uncle Ben's rice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's no longer on the packaging
Why?
because it's. If you can Google this, by the way, but
What,
I don't
because
know,
he's Indian?
I don't know the full sense. No,
Is he Indian?
No, he's American.
He's American?
He's Black American. Yeah.
Oh my god, I never knew that!
I'd have to check that, but I think he's Black American. But yeah, he's not on the Uncle Ben's rice anymore. So if you buy the packets, it's just.
But it's
rice.
Uncle Ben's rice.
Trust me, I agree. When that came out, I think that was last year, maybe year before when that happened. But
So if I created my own champagne and I called it Kylinger, because we've got Tattinger, so why not?
you're white though.
Oh, what?
This is going to end in disaster.
Nah, this is bollocks. Honestly, that's rubbish. I don't believe that. That's stupid.
Yeah, so you just got to be a little bit careful with that.
Uncle Ben, who created Uncle Ben's rice, can't even have his own picture on the front of the rice. For what fucking reason?
Technically, no. But there is another weird thing.
There must be another thing behind it.
KFC. KFC.
Yeah.
Do you ever see Mr. KFC on any of his pictures anymore? And he's white.
Well, no, but you see him like... Well, yeah, you do see him here and there.
Not as much as
No, you see him like more like a silhouette or digital
he
sort
used
of.
to be all over the packaging, but now it's a chicken. I don't know that. I need to look into that one, but he's gone. But he was white. But he was also American, I believe. So it's a bit of
I'm confused.
It's a weird situation, but yeah, the Uncle Ben thing, the Barber Black Sheep thing,
We're off to a storming start. On the upside, at least we'll know if this will do well or not, because if we're cancelled after this one, then we know we can't talk about that anymore.
And the other one it's actually in the recent news. We've got to be a little bit careful how we talk about this. Is that officer that shot that guy, the black guy, that killed him in the car? One shot. Obviously, he was being chased, wasn't he? Because he shot someone.
I know nothing about this.
And he was recently, it was a British armed police officer that has recently been let go and wasn't done for murder. He's been let free. Obviously, there's been massive conversions because he shot the black guy, and that obviously caused a massive uproar.
So how has he been let free?
Who?
Wait, I'm confused.
So the armed police officer shot the black guy
for what?
For I think it was armed robbery or attempted murder, but he did shoot someone.
Right.
So obviously they were chasing him in a car, and I think when he got to the scene, the police officer shot the guy dead.
What's wrong with that?
There isn't anything wrong with that. With the police officer, he is in the right to do it, because I assume what happened in the situation, but we don't know for sure, that he attempted to shoot the officer. Obviously, the police officer have split second to make that decision.
I mean, I'm very 50-50 with that
But it's been going on for a while now. But basically, what's happened is the police officer has been let off and has not been charged with murder. And obviously, a lot of people have gone, "What? He shot that black guy?"
Yeah, but
the black guy was a serious criminal.
So
basically,
there's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't anything wrong, but there's obviously more to it.
Yeah. Well, see, now that's the thing. There's always two sides to a story. So that's the only thing that does gripe me down. But you know my feelings on it. Like if somebody broke into my house, for example, you're not allowed to chase them down or hurt them after they've left. So I've made it clear. I'd drag the little fucker back into my house and I'd kill him.
You still
because then it's self-defense. Nobody knows because it's in my house.
We'll bring this up on another conversation on another podcast.
Oh, I'm looking excited to it already.
There was that guy 3-4 years ago. He was on This Morning or the news, one of the news channels, and he did chase someone out in his van. I know he got in his van.
No, that was this year, wasn't it?
I can't remember if it was this year. He went to prison. No, he went to prison for 4 years or 2 years.
I thought that was this year when he ran 2 people down in his van.
Oh yeah,
he
didn't kill them though. But
they're life-threatening injuries.
But they got away with it.
Yeah, I know,
and he didn't,
which makes no sense.
But he had a baby in the house and his wife. So,
I mean, I'd be doing the same thing.
Would you guys do that if someone broke into your house, 2 armed men? Well, they weren't armed.
And you got a wife and 2 babies. Oh yeah,
he chased them out of the house, so they did run off.
I'd kill him.
But then he got in his van.
I'd kill him
/ car, and chased them and ran them both down because they were on the scooters.
I mean, look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. They were lucky.
They were lucky to live because he would have been done for manslaughter.
Actually, they were lucky anyway. I'm sorry. I literally do not understand.
They got away with broken legs, bones, one had a bad spine, I think.
So they were fucking lucky because I would run them over. I would put them in the back of our van, and then I'd torture the bastards. They would have a very painful death, and then I'd happily go to prison.
The problem is they've had their identity
You're not breaking into my house with my family and thinking
Yeah.
that you're just going to be able to run away and get away with it.
But
No way.
Yeah, they literally now
You're
the
dead.
government's going to pay their whole life. They've obviously not sued this guy, but they've somehow managed to get lots of money from the government. So yeah, they're actually living quite reasonable lives considering they broke into someone's house and basically got run over.
Could you imagine that? Like, oh, you know, how do you get by in life now? Well, I broke into somebody's house, right, and then they got put to prison. Why? Well, because then they hurt us. Right, okay. So now we're just living off of money from the government instead.
That's basically what's
How
happened.
does that happen?
That's basically what's happened. Yeah,
And to put that into perspective, we, like many others out there, struggle like fuck to pay our bills. We go out every day trying to earn honest living, and the government basically, they get their fist and they shove it straight up our fucking rectum and say, "Go on, keep going."
He gets fisted so much. I get fisted on like parking tickets and the council tax and all that bollocks.
I just get fisted in everything.
You get.
Honestly,
every job.
I've not had my boiler, and loads of people understand this. I've not switched my boiler on this year yet. I got an email from that's this month actually. I got an email from my energy company a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Oh, it's going to be going up £40 as of next month." My boiler has not gone on. I've switched it off.
It's like my tariff. I pay quite a lot of money, but mine's based on what they think I've got, so I don't really have mine on because
I have a smart meter. They can see exactly what I use.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why.
They're called fucking thieves, and they get away with it. So why can't I steal from a fucking shop?
Basically,
they're stealing from me.
Advice, by the way, but don't pay it. What are they going to do?
This isn't financial advice. Stop paying your bills. Well, we're going to find out.
Because they can come to my door, knock and get what they want. They don't get anything. That's one from the door.
Well, my mortgage company have also want to put my rate up. And I messaged them, and I was very honest, and I told you about this. I just emailed them, and I said, you can put the rate up, but you will not get it from me, because I don't have it.
You haven't heard about it yet from them?
They never even replied.
They're probably planning.
That was weeks ago as well.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
In fact, we're in November. I'm pretty sure that was like August or September.
I think it must have been.
So they've just not even bothered replying, which is fine for me. I don't mind. But
so yeah,
we're already doing well, aren't we? Christ,
this is exactly what it is. Like I plan to say some stuff. Actually, there is one more thing we need to plan to say.
Why do we need to plan it though?
Actually, no, we're not going to plan it. At the end of each video, I've made a executive decision here.
Without saying anything to me, so this is great.
Both go and find something before the video,
yeah,
and tell the world what you found, like a Facebook post or like a joke or something. So to give you guys an idea, I found something on Facebook earlier. I follow a lot of like.
Do I know this yet?
No, you don't know this. No.
Brilliant.
And you don't tell each other beforehand. So the people that are local to where we are, well, you've probably already seen this post. However, I will still read it out. So.
Oh no.
There's a couple, but I'm going to read out the main one.
Let's go. Do it.
So there's a dog barking in Trowbridge today. Has happened. This happened about an hour ago.
Mine. It's not mine.
And someone called Victor Meldrew has put, if that dog doesn't stop barking, then I'm going to feed it chocolate. You can imagine the comments. So like I said, this guy on Facebook is put in the Trowbridge community group so that everyone can see it. Basically, he's going to say he's going to murder a dog. Because it won't stop barking.
I'm going to feed it chocolate.
The comments. Go knock on the door instead of making it public that you're going to kill a dog. And then someone put, where might it be? Helpful. Lol, you're going to kill a dog. I'm sure the dog reads Facebook. I don't know what this person's put. I'm sure the dog reads Facebooks.
What was that?
Someone's put, I don't believe it. Lol. Yeah, anyway, it's just...
The world is full of some funny people, isn't it?
That one I saw... Oh, no. This is... Okay, I've got one more to give you. One more.
Yeah,
however, I don't know if this person's been serious. So, are you ready for this? Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
This is to do with the fireworks, and this is in Swindon's community group.
I've seen this.
What?
I think I've seen this one.
So, I had to take my pet lizard.
I've not seen this one.
Okay, ready? So, I've had to take my pet lizard to the vet for a sedative because he's afraid of the bangs from the fireworks. I now have a much calmer comedian. It's got 48 comments, 10 shares.
What are we doing wrong?
430 likes. Most of them are laughing faces and stuff.
People.
A pet lizard? I don't know. I've got a feline. I've got a cat, and the fireworks have been going off non-stop, but she's fine.
Yeah, to be fair, Millie was fine as well.
Dogs. They can have. I know. Okay, I mean, I love animals more than humans. Don't worry. But you know, is it really true? Like, do fireworks really make dogs and animals go like we had some crazy ones like my house, and the cat was running around like it was like nothing was going on. She was just playing with her toys and
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different for everyone, isn't it?
older
I mean,
dogs
'cause
maybe.
I have a
Traumatised.
husky, Millie. She's lovely. She'll be in here at some point. I'm sure she'll appear in one of our episodes. She'll just chill out somewhere. But we were out walking. There was fireworks at this house literally here.
Oh, was doing it.
And as we came past, they went up, and it's the first time she's ever seen them. Get it?
No.
Oh, because your watch beeped, and then I went.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I probably didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you did.
You look
His
so
watch
stupid.
beeped, and then I was like, "Oh no, it's a bomb." Anyway, so yeah, so the fireworks went off there. We were walking with her, and she literally sat down on the side of the path and just was watching the fireworks. And then we got into the garden before going in home, and she just sat there wanting to see if there was more fireworks. And when they went off, she was just sat there watching them. But I guess, yeah, every dog or person's different. So my mum, for example, oh my god, my mum. Do you know, my mum's a really weird person, actually. I've just realised she doesn't like the hull of ships. I sort of get this one.
What the hull of ships?
I've gone off on a massive tandem here, sorry.
What the hell's hull of ships?
The hull of a ship.
Oh, the hull of a ship.
You know the bottom of a ship?
What, the bottom?
As in, like, you know, you have the ship. Okay, so imagine a cruise ship.
Yeah.
You can see all the decks, and then you have the metal, the hull, like with the side of the ship as it goes down towards the water.
What, the shell?
Yeah.
Like the shell of a car?
Yeah, but it's called the hull. It's the hull.
Right, where are we going with this?
Basically, my mum doesn't like fireworks, and the point I was getting at is I was going to say about, oh yeah, my mum's actually a weird person. I love her. You're awesome. But she's actually really weird because she doesn't like fireworks, and she doesn't like the hull of ships. But the hull of ships is an interesting one. I'm sorry, I don't know how I've gone on to this. This is non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic, yeah.
So
it is. It's definitely non-alcoholic.
she can't actually. Well, we might as well finish it because
it's horrible, by the way.
Or it's going to be poured down the.
Well, we will finish in 5 minutes, people. So we've got 5 more minutes.
Well, we're not going to finish. I mean, we'll just cut it up anyway. It doesn't matter. Put it on
True,
YouTube.
Yeah.
It could be 4 years long. No one cares.
Later, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We have to see our watch time. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So if she looks at the hull of a ship, she hyperventilates. And I shit you not, she like.
So how can you look at hull of ship when you're on the ship?
Oh my god, James! I'm not saying she's on the fucking ship.
Oh.
I'm just saying she doesn't like the hull of the ship.
So when she gets on before the ship, she looks at the hull.
Man, she ain't getting on a fucking ship. She's shit scared of them. So basically,
that's a weird thing to not like.
I know. But here's the kicker.
That's a weird thing.
It freaks
Sorry,
me out. So like. She hyperventilates. She's gone. If she sees the hull of a ship, she's in pieces.
What if we put a blindfold on them and take on the ship?
That's the only way you'd get her on. But
No
the fact
way.
that she knows she's on it, she'd still be shitting her pants. So my mum has made it very clear. I've always said I'd love to do a cruise at some point. My mum has made it very clear. She has always said, like, if she was on a cruise ship and the fucking thing was sinking, she's like, you'd never get me off it. Because she would.
Get off it.
She was like, you'd never get me off it. Because she wouldn't be able to go in a boat going down the side of a ship. She's like, I'm pretty sure I'd have a heart attack on the way down, so I'm going to die anyway.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore. They have those little pods. They shoot you into the water, don't they? Well, I don't know what they're called, by the way.
What do you mean they shoot you into the
So
water?
they're massive orange things.
Yeah.
You've not seen Captain Phillips? So they put them in the pods, and they put, like, I think they hold 12 or 15 people. On cruise ships, there's enough plus an extra for any over whatever.
And it shoots you into the water?
Yeah, it like propels you. It goes in there. It's not pleasant. It shoots you in. They don't do the old school Titanic where they roll you down. Because if a boat's sinking, do you know how long they were taking to get those people down?
Oh, I never knew that.
The thing is, I watched a documentary, by the way, and cruise ships don't sink anymore. By the way, they can't sink unless they get blown up to be sunk. So if they have a
there has been cruise ships that have sunk in the past few years.
They have been, but they've hit things badly, or the engineering of it's gone wrong.
So they can fucking sink.
So basically, when they kill off a ship, because there is such thing as a graveyard for ships, they blow it underneath, so it then sinks, or they put it on a beach.
So they can sink.
They can. Where I'm going with this is the documentary said today's ships have several layers. If it has an accident, it basically counteracts that accident. So say it got a hole at the front of the ship, it should really sink like that then, shouldn't it? It won't do it. So it will release water in the back of the ship to keep it buoyant, and it will go back to it. So there's special machines that will do it. That's why you see water pour out of boats sometimes, like on the sides, because it has to balance. It's clever as hell. Clever engineering, but I mean,
if you gave me a 250-meter wave, I could make it sink.
Yeah, well, that's natural disasters. That's not sinking. That's flipping.
No, I could make it sink.
What wave doesn't sink boats? It flips boats.
If I had enough water and I dropped it on top of a boat, I could sink it.
Yeah, but that's different. That's not. They don't. When they built the thing, they don't build it.
Challenge accepted.
They don't build it on that basis. They build it so if it hits something.
Yeah, but you'd saying to me, ships these days cannot sink. I'm here to tell you, bollocks. They can sink.
Big. I'm talking massive cruise, like the ones that it was almost like bigger than cities. By the way, you've seen the new Virgin one. It looks nuts.
Okay, hang the fuck on a minute. Let's go back slightly.
Let's finish this. We were talking about lizards, now we're talking about ships.
A ship that's bigger than a city.
Yeah, you've not seen the new Virgin one. Not city, but like it's bigger than Trowbridge.
What do you mean it's bigger than Trowbridge?
Have you seen the size of these places? They have theme parks on them.
Yeah, but a theme park is not the size of a city.
Right. Hold on. Well.
Anyway, I love my mum. She's fantastic, but she's scared of the hollow ships and she doesn't like fireworks.
I'm going to show the audience some of these ginormous. Look at the size of that. That is bigger than most cities. You have to look at the size of that thing.
Are you pissed?
Look, that's called Icon of the Sea. Look at this. I don't know if the camera can see it. Probably not. But look at the size of that. That you get on that, it will take you a week to get the other side of it.
Oh, come off it!
It would.
No, it doesn't.
If you've got one leg. But look at the size of it. It's got theme parks there. It's got a theme park over there. It's got, look at the layers down. Look, it's got a theme park at the bottom. And that's not the only big one, by the way.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not the size of a town.
It's pretty. It's not far off. Largest cruise ship. Oh my god! Look at the size difference between the Titanic and the largest. That's disgusting. They won't be able to see that, but you can type into Google. That is nuts, by the way.
But it's not the size of Trowbridge.
If you put that boat in Trowbridge, it will take out the whole of Trowbridge.
No, it wouldn't.
Challenge accepted. If anyone's
What
got
the
a
fuck are
cruise
you going
ship,
to do? Pick up a cruise ship and put it in Trowbridge?
well, they've got to put it in the water somehow.
They build it. Oh my god.
They don't build it on the water, by the way. They build it in like a hangar, and then I think they release it out. Don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Actually.
So you're never going to get it in the centre of bloody Trowbridge, are we?
No, you'd have to. I don't know how they would do that personally, but big
Anyway,
frigging machine. Anyway,
we've had a great conversation.
We're going to finish it there.
Yeah.
Because there's 100 things we could talk about. But thank you for watching. If you did watch and you bothered to watch and you wanted to watch because you really like us. For the ones that didn't watch all of it, fuck you.
Completely understandable, but trust me, it gets better. I mean, just bear in mind, this is non-alcoholic. Wait until we start drinking. I mean, we need to figure out you, because the limo's currently at my house. So,
by the way, if anyone wants a job that doesn't get paid, after we finish drinking our real drink, I need a lift home. So in the limo, you can drive us back, drop it back here. Just saying. Because I can.
And also, in the future, we'll also need somebody to drive us to go and get people into the limo. So then we can do podcasts with people in the limo, but someone else needs to drive.
This is our first video, so yeah, the application for the driver is not actually available yet. Maybe after the 10th, 15th, 20th, 50th.
If you don't want to be paid, it's available.
So we will see what happens. Who's going to wrap this up?
Wrap it up.
Well, someone's got to say thank you very much.
We're done. Cheers.
Okay,
bye. That's it.
There we go. I think that was good. I imagine
Yeah,
the sound didn't work, by the way. I imagine.